Care of the Soul, a guide for cultivating depth and scaredness in everyday life by Thomas Moore was written in 1992. Fill your emptiness by living soulfully. Let your individuality out by accepting your idiosyncrasies and dark side. Moore's thesis is that modern lives lack mystery, and the success of the book would seem to indicate that most of us agree. Inspired by myth, history, and art, the book exudes the richness of human experience. Moore's chief influences are Freud, delvings into the psychic underworld, Jung, the belief that psychology and religion are indistinguishable, James Hillman, See the Soul's Code, and the Renaissance men Ficino and Paracelsus. Rewarding relationships, fulfilling work, personal power, and peace of mind are all gifts of the soul. They are so different to achieve because the idea of soul does not exist for most of us, instead making itself known through physical symptoms and complaints, anguish, emptiness, or a general unease. Soul work can be deceptively simple. Often you feel better just by accepting and going more deeply into what you apparently hate. For example, a job, a marriage, a place. The book contains a quote by the poet Wallace Stevens. Perhaps the truth depends on a walk around a lake. Instead of trying to remove any bad feelings or experience surgically from our mind, it is more human and honest to look squarely at the bad message and see what it says to us. There's one spectacle grander than the sea. That is the sky. There is one spectacle grander than the sky. That's the interior of the soul. Enjoying our depth and complexity, Moore asks us to re-examine the myth of Narcissus, the beautiful young man in love with an image of himself in a pond. His soulless and loveless self-absorption results in tragedy, but its intensity eventually pushes him into a new life of reflection and love for his deeper self and nature around him. The narcissistic person simply does not know how profound and interesting his nature is, Moore suggests. Narcissus is like ivory, beautiful but cold and hard. When he could become is a flower with roots and part of a whole world of beauty. However, killing the narcissist in us is not the way to go. Instead of moving to the other extreme of false humility, it is best to keep our high ideals and dreams and find more effective ways to express them. No one has a soul like ours. The uniqueness of a person is made up of the insane and twisted, as much as it is of the rational and normal, Moore notes. This is attested by the biographies of just about everyone you have admired. Even Abraham Lincoln is getting the revisionist treatment. Love. Love is relief from the mundane, sanitized nature of modern life. A door into mystery, which is why we seize it with such force.